Okay, so here we are. Yes, I shaved, and I know it's shocking to all y'all to see all this good looking at one time. So if it bothers you, pause the video, take a breath, walk around the block, whatever, come back and ingest a little more of me. That when you feel yourself getting excited again, take a little break, walk around the block, get something to drink, and just take me in a little at a time. I know it's too much handsome for one time, but seriously, I want to talk today. We've done several videos on different size and type handguns, from micro pocket guns to full size 1911s and so on. So everybody has their own idea of the perfect carry gun. Okay, so we want to talk today about what I consider a perfect carry gun. We didn't really, well, yeah, we had a perfect size handgun per se, but it was single stack. So we wanted to move back up to a little more capacity, which would require double stack in order to keep the same size and type handgun. The Smith & Wesson Shield is a great pistol. Depend on it all the time defend me if need be. But it only holds 7 rounds. So, and then I had the next move up, which was 15 round, but it was full size. So everybody's got their own opinions on what is the perfect size handgun, and it's strictly that. It's an opinion. But there is a market for mid-size, compact, I guess you'd say, mid-capacity handguns. If you can go from 7 rounds to 10 or 11, you've improved. I mean, that over 3 rounds may save your life. So anyway, to get right into it, we want to talk about this is a new gun that I just acquired. I've had several in the past, and I let them go, and I wished I'd have kept them. But I wound up getting a new one this past weekend, and I want to show it to you. This is a Glock 26. Okay? She's not big. She's thick. That's the difference. It's thick. But it has to be thick to accommodate a double stack magazine. Okay? They come standard with two 10-round magazines. So, you got your plus one. So you could theoretically, you could literally have 11 rounds at any time. But here's the click about a Glock, and this is what I like. This is a Glock 19 magazine. It holds 15 rounds. Okay? And the Glock 17, let me see. The 19 will hold 15, the 17 will hold 19 rounds, I believe. Anyway, it's way up there. The full size Glocks, you can get Glock mags all the way down to 33 rounds. And they'll all turn the mag, right? They'll all pop right in and function fine. You got a little bit, you can even get a spacer for this if it bothers you. So what we do is, now I've turned this 10-round pistol into a 15-round handgun plus one. So I wouldn't carry it with that magazine, because then that takes away the idea of having a short grip. Okay, but 10 rounds, perfect. Have this for your reload, and you got 15 more. You're carrying 25 rounds, not counting the plus one, in a compact handgun. And if you don't know anything about handguns at all, you know what a Glock is. It's made in Austria, okay? It's not an American-made handgun. If Americans could make a handgun to function and be as reliable as a Glock, that's what I'd buy. Today's market, there's several that are good and reliable, but Glock sort of set the standard. If it ain't perfect, no need to change it. I mean, if it ain't broke, there's no need to change it. You can't improve on perfection. This is a perfectly reliable handgun, and they've not changed. I mean, they've changed so little since the 80s when this first come out, I remember saying I won't never tote a plastic handgun because I didn't know what polymer was. Nobody else did. It still has a steel rail, but a polymer frame, just like most of the handguns today. The Glock is double action striker fired only. It has a safe action trigger. Watch the little dot right here. It won't pull without that little dot being up. You see the dot moving, the little lip? You can't make that gun go off without putting your finger on the trigger. Glock has a 5.5 pound trigger from the factory. Reset is so sweet. It's right there. And then watch the trigger, how much movement there is. You can't beat that. So they come with plastic drop in the bucket type size. Here's your bucket. You drop it in the bucket. Okay, you can get a world full of replacement or add-on parts for Glocks. Night sights to over extended controls to magazines to different colors to different barrels. And it's all readily available and cheap. However, the Glock pistol right now in today's economy and the way things are going is not cheap. If you can find one, it's gonna set you back $600. Okay, but then again, what is your life worth? You can take this Glock or any other Glock, whether it be a Gen 1 or a Gen 5. It'll function in the mud. It'll function underwater. It's absolutely perfection. There's no. I hate to say that about a foreign country, but it is. There's a reason that 99% of law enforcement and military carry a Glock. If it wasn't the best that you can get, they wouldn't carry it. And I've had several of them. Pardon me a minute. This gun comes the same size gun. You can get it in 9mm, which is this, or you can get it in 40. The 40 will hold 9 rounds. The 9mm holds 10, and it's the same thing. The mags will interchange within that caliber. All 9mm Glock mags will work in here. All 40 caliber Glocks work in the Glock 27, which is the same pistol, different caliber. It's hard to beat. As far as weight and all, it's not real light, but it's not heavy. The thing is that it's thick. It's a little over an inch thick. And it kind of feels like a brick. But, you got to give up comfort a little bit to have what you need. Handgun isn't meant to be comfortable. It's meant to be comforting, knowing that you have it all the time. And if you'll carry this, great. Now, if this gun is too big for you, or for whatever reason you won't carry it all the time, by all means, find you one you will. But we want to talk about the Glock today. Ease of breakdown. My goodness, the breakdown is awful. It's just pull the trigger, pull your slide back. You got 2 little tabs. It's broke down. You don't have to remove anything. You don't have to pull any pins or anything. You have access to your spring, and the 26 and 27 comes with a double slide spring. And to put it back together is just as simple. Sometimes put it back, you're ready to go. No pins to fool with, no levers to mash. The same type of takedown is on the Smith & Wesson, let me see, what is it? SD9VE, yeah. It stands for Self-Defense 9 Value Enhanced. It's a $300 pistol, and there's nothing wrong. It's just as good as this, except for it doesn't come in compact like this. Glock actually sued Smith & Wesson over that, and you can read about it. It's public knowledge. For every handgun Smith & Wesson sells, for each one of those, they have to send Glock $8. That's how much of it is a Glock. It's just a different color and different name. But everything wants to be. It's just like a Glock, or it looks just like a Glock. It functions just like a Glock. Well, why not get a Glock? I mean, you don't have to, but why not? It's like motorcycles. You take the emblems off of it and paint it up and change the motor, the mufflers. Well, it sounds like a Harley. It's just like well, if you wanted a Harley, why didn't you get a Harley? So anyway, I just thought I'd show that to you. Accuracy is unrivaled. That little gun is, at 10 yards, we used to shoot further than that, but I can't see much further than that anymore for handgun, for shooting handguns. But the little the little 2-inch posted notes at 10 yards, you can just tear it all to pieces. I can with that pistol, and it's brand new and it hasn't been broke in yet. Remember what I said, if you've got to break in your pistol, you need a different pistol. You don't have to do that with this Glock. You pull it out of the box, throw some WD-40 on it, or rim oil, and you're good to go. It's gonna fire every time. If it don't, then something is bad wrong with the magazine or the ammo, which I've never seen that happen. I don't think I've ever owned a Glock that's ever had any kind of failure to feed or failure to eject or double feed, any issues whatsoever. And I've had them in the tackle box fishing with mud all over. I've had them, they run. So anyway, you might as well give it up looking for a new one right now. If you find one, if you can't pay for it right then online, by the time you get there, it'll be gone. They're not shipping them right now. And that's the reason I bought this one when I seen it, without question. So anyway, we got me a new Glock. I wanted to show it to you. One day, I promise we're going to get all these pistols out and we're going to shoot them out in the backyard out here. I've got a little makeshift range out there. And I'll show you the difference in the accuracy. And, how we'll do 2 separate videos. We'll do one on accuracy, then we'll do one on calibers and how they penetrate. Because there's a lot of misconceptions out here that I'd like to clear up. There's a lot of good pistols can be had that are smaller calibers people are scared of because they're smaller calibers. The 380, okay? Fine, stopping. It'll stop anybody. It's equivalent to a 38 special. You don't have any trouble carrying a 38 special, you shouldn't have any trouble carrying a 380. But people don't know. They just go by looks and look at the size of the bullet. But there's a lot to it, a lot more than that to it. So anyway, we're going to do a couple more videos when it cools off a little bit. It's awful hot outside. But prepare yourselves, folks. Take care of yourselves. Get the things that you need. Because there's something fixing to happen around this world, and I don't know what it is. I'm tired of speculating on it. Just be ready. Be ready with God. And be ready to defend your family in case it's something along those lines. So God bless you. Take care.